And join me now in welcoming former Baylor receiver. I'd love to say Baylor receiver, but former Baylor receiver
Yes,
moving
sir.
on in the next stage of his career. Josh Cameron joins us, man. It is great to see you. How are things going?
It's good to see you, man. I'm doing good, though. I'm doing really good. It's kind of funny that you say former receiver. It's kind of weird to it has a little weird
I
ring to
know.
it, but no, I'm blessed, man. Just excited for kind of like the next journey. I'm up here at Frisco right now.
Okay.
Really just been training at Elite Performance Training, so it's literally right next to the Star. And so yeah, I've really just been getting after it, preparing for pro day and just kind of soaking in all the moments from the Senior Bowl to the Combine, and I'm just blessed to be in this position, man.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. All those
For
things. Pro
sure.
Day for Baylor coming up on Sunday. But you're in Frisco. Oh, let me say this. I say former Baylor receiver, but man, you are a Baylor Bear for life,
Yes,
okay? And
sir.
don't
Yes,
forget it. We
sir.
want you to come
No
back, and
doubt.
we want you
No
to come
doubt.
back often.
Oh yeah. No, I'm gonna be back. Don't get it twisted. I'm
Good.
gonna be back for sure.
Good, good. That's great. So, Senior Bowl, Combine, now Pro Day. Let's
Yeah.
go back to the Senior Bowl. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, no, it was a really awesome experience. It was kind of the first time that I had the chance to be in front of the different coaches, the scouts, the GMs, and really just all of that whole experience. So it was a little bit of a hectic week. People were kind of describing it like my agent and all that. But once you kind of got in it, you're kind of in it basically. So you're doing meetings and learning like a little mini NFL playbook. But no, it was an awesome experience. You're kind of getting a little taste of the NFL life and kind of what it has to offer. And then kind of at the same time, you had the chance to meet with all 32 teams while you're out there. So like I said, my first chance to be in front of them. I had a couple interviews where they were just like, man, like we ain't got nothing on you. Just tell us about yourself and all that stuff. So that was pretty funny. But now fun experience getting out there, being able to compete against the best of the best. Made a couple cool plays out there. Was really just trying to show the coaches what I'm about, and just really kind of get out of there as one of the top receivers at the Senior Bowl. So yeah, blessed to be a part of it because you kind of see it growing up, and so the opportunity to actually be a part of it and see the behind the scenes that like what that looks like. It was really awesome for sure.
Yeah, man, that's great. So you met with somebody from every team, from all 32 teams there?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes,
That's good.
sir.
That's good. And is it as much just them getting to know you a little bit, as much as what you can do on the field?
Yeah, it's a mix of both. The entire process, I guess you could say, is a whole just giant job interview. So
Yeah.
part of it's just getting to know you. Obviously, you have your body of work from your film and all that, and so they kind of designate different kind of scouts to like talk with you and things like that, so they have an idea of who you are. But like I said, getting the chance to actually tell your story compared to, I guess, hearing it from my other people, word of mouth, your coaches, and like all that stuff. So
Right.
yeah.
Very cool. The next stage of the job interview is the combine. I've heard stories through the years about the combine, how they just try to dig so deep, and
Yeah,
find out everything about you.
for sure.
What was that like for you?
Yeah, the combine was another cool experience. Like I said, getting to see the behind the scenes. I think the cooler part was just getting to meet the different players from around the country that you kind of, what I'm saying, maybe played against, or you kind of just kind of see. Like I said, just kind of the outside perspective.
Yeah.
But really, just getting to know those guys was really cool. There was a couple guys where I was training with up here. They were at the combine too, so having those guys around and just kind of be like, yo, like, we at the combine. It's kind of cool. But no, the combine was a cool experience. Kind of like you said, getting to know you. I didn't get any crazy questions or nothing like that. Just to be honest, all of mine were pretty standard questions. Maybe the craziest question was like, hey, you're a big receiver. Would you ever like switch to what did it say? Like the Y or something, or
Yeah,
not the Y,
yeah.
but like halfback or something. I said, or no, fullback. That's what
Yeah,
they said.
oh, wow.
Fullback. I said, oh shoot, yeah, I don't know about a fullback. I'll do a little slot receiver or something. So
Yeah.
no, that was probably the craziest question I got. But no, the whole experience was good. Some guys, they had more formal interviews, so you had formal and informal interviews. The formal ones, that's like the ones with basically everybody's in there. The GM, the head coach, the assistant, like literally everybody's in one room. And then they're just kind of getting to know you. So I had one formal interview with the Atlanta Falcons. And so really just kind of getting to make my mark. I felt really great about it. Really just got to show who I was, and then had a whole bunch of different informals with different teams as well. But the whole experience was really good. Definitely was kind of bummed I didn't get the chance to go out there and compete just because I had a little setback kind of right before it. But the opportunity to go down there and just see the behind the scenes and to experience it all, I feel like that was really special. And there's only a select amount of people that get that opportunity. So, like I said, another blessing in itself.
I'm guessing, with your personality and the way you communicate so well, if you just get in a room with these people, even though you can't get out and run routes and catch the ball, I'm guessing that's a real plus for you. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, no, I definitely felt that way. I think kind of going into it, I was known as like, a good character guy, and I kind of pride myself on carrying myself that way. But I think them just getting to see me kind of, like I said, in the person, get to interact with me, show my IQ, ball knowledge, show that I can be versatile. I'm able to pick things up quickly, and I'm just a smart player overall. So I think that aspect, a couple of the informals, I was meeting with some of the special teams coordinators, getting in front of them, showing my same thing, versatility with my punt return ability, and possibly, switching to the kickoff. Since it's a little different setup compared to the college, it's almost like another punt return at that point. So just showing that versatility and just who I am was definitely a plus for sure.
Nice. Very cool. Do you have an idea or do you have a grasp on how much character means to these people? Because again, I think that'd be a big plus for you. How much do you think that factors in?
Yeah, I think it's a big factor for sure. Just kind of just getting to talk with just different guys, and then just talking with my agent. I feel like character is a huge piece in it, because they don't want to spend all this money on someone who they don't know is gonna pan out, just because they have kind of off the field issues when it comes to character and things like that. So I definitely think it's a big factor for sure. And so my advice is just to treat everyone with respect. You never know who you're gonna run into later on down the line. We had a GA that was in one of the Zoom meetings, Luke, from a couple years back. Yeah. So he popped one camera, like, what's up, man? Just things like that, and just treating people with respect, treating people the right way, because like I said, you never know where people will end up, and it's just
that's a great lesson for what you're doing. That's a great lesson for anybody coming out of college, no matter what their job is. And I just think you've got a leg up there, and that's a real plus in your favor.
Yes, sir. For sure.
Yeah, very good. So no crazy questions. Did they do the ink blot test or anything like that?
The ink blot test. What's that? I've never heard that one.
Oh yeah. They used to. I don't know that they do it anymore. It's like, show you an ink blot and say, what do you see? And it's supposed to be a look inside.
Oh, we actually did do that.
Did you?
We didn't do it at the combine. It's online now. So it's like you get on Zoom. And they just showed a whole bunch of them. It's like, bro, what is going on? But we did have different tests, weird mental tests. And then when you're at the combine, they go through your whole medical history. And so there's 6 different rooms. Each room has 6 different teams full of just doctors that you just sit on the table, and you have another doctor's kind of following you around who has your medical history. He reads it to the different teams, and you just kind of just sit there. I was like, whoa, what's going on? This is wild, bro. But no, it was cool for sure. And yeah, we definitely did a whole bunch of different medical tests and all that stuff.
Do you feel like you said you had a formal interview with the Falcons? Yeah. Is that a sign that they're really interested in you, or how would you read that?
Yeah, no, for sure. If you get a formal interview, that usually means they're showing some type of kind of heavy interest. And so, yeah, definitely it's a real important moment because each team only gets a certain amount of formal interviews. So being able to get one is definitely huge. And so, like I said, just kind of went in there. It was just being me, what I'm saying, talking ball, just talking about myself a little bit. One of the questions was why number 34, just kind of give that explanation of why. And like I said, just being me for real.
Yeah. Very nice. All right. That was the combine. Baylor's Pro Day is coming up this Sunday. Are you 100%? You're going to be able to do everything Sunday?
Shoot, we'll kind of see. I've just still been just kind of just going hard on my PT, just trying to recover.
Gotcha.
And just kind of go from there. But I have definitely been getting better. And kind of just gonna make a kind of the game time decision at the end of this week. Just been talking to my agent, just keeping him updated on how I'm feeling. And so yeah, definitely just gonna make a game time decision.
Gotcha.
And just kind of go from there.
Yeah, perfect. And do you think this will be, I mean, you've been through the big combine. Is this kind of a microscopic version of that, or a localized version of the combine here?
Yeah, definitely. I think it would be even like more cool because you have all the scouts in one area looking at just the guys on the team.
Yeah.
And so just to get that kind of individualized attention, I think would be a really cool kind of next step because, at the combine, there's a whole bunch of people from all over the country type deal. So just to get that individualized kind of look, just kind of go from there, just kind of showcase who you are would be really cool. So, yeah.
If I remember combines here in the past, there's a lot of different areas, agility, not just catching balls, but agility, weight room. There's a weight room segment of that. You think you'll get to go through some of those things if you can't go through everything?
I'll have to see. Yeah, I'll definitely have to see. Hopefully, if I'm feeling good enough. But then, yeah, just really just have to see from there for sure.
Yeah, very good. Again, we started by saying former Baylor receiver, but you're a Baylor Bear, and we're going to remember you very fondly forever.
Yes, sir.
And I think that experience was the same for you, that you hold Baylor very fondly in your heart.
Yeah, no, for sure. Baylor just means everything to me. Really just kind of Coach Aranda, Coach Wetzel just giving me the opportunity. I feel like that's just something I needed coming out of high school. And like I said, they gave me that opportunity. And so just making the most of that. And then, sticking with Baylor and truly just trying to leave my legacy and leave my mark there and try to just leave it a better place. That was really the goal kind of these past couple of years, and just really just growing as a man, as a football player. But yeah, no, more importantly, a man of God. Really just kind of having Coach Bake as well by my side to just shoot for 4 years. That's kind of rare in itself, having a receiver coach for that long. And so just through my whole journey is just a blessing in itself, and just always looking back and just being like, wow, like I did this, I did that. And now I'm on to the next part of the next phase. And that's going to the NFL. That's conquering this dream of mine that I've had literally since I first started playing football. And so, yeah, just seeing all of it kind of unwind is definitely cool to see. And like I said, just always a blessing in itself.
Very nice. And so the Baylor Pro Day this week, the draft about a month away. What happens after Pro Day, or what's the next month look like?
Yeah, so that's the time for 30 visits. And so that's kind of happening already.
Okay.
And so teams can fly you out to kind of like their facility. You can kind of spend the day there, or you can just do a Zoom meeting. So I've been having different Zoom meetings ever since the combine ended, just kind of same thing. Some of the teams I didn't meet with at the combine, I'm getting the chance to meet with their staff and the wide receiver coaches, and just kind of show my ball knowledge and just kind of go from there. So
yeah,
that's been pretty cool to see too, and just see different coaches kind of hitting me up. And so yeah, it's just that, and just staying ready, getting ready for rookie minicamp after that, because it comes up real quick, kind of right after the draft. I think it's either a week after on the weekend or 2 weeks after. It just depends on the team. So yeah, just staying ready and ready to attack and make an impact on wherever I end up.
Man, very good. Well, whoever gets you is going to be it's going to be a smart move, and they're going to be a fortunate team. And whoever that team is, I'm going to be a fan of theirs.
Yes, sir.
Because of you. So we wish you nothing but the best, praying for you, good health and everything. And we'll continue to follow your journey. And it's great to visit with you today.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, J-Mo.
All right. Thanks very much. Congratulations again for what he's already accomplished here at Baylor. Moving on, Josh Cameron visiting with us today.